Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Well, today, in today's video, we are back with everybody's favorite type of video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my updated KEEL Infrastructure price prediction for the end of 2026, 2027, and 2028. So, and the reason, I have posted a price prediction video about a month ago, but I wanted to come out with an updated version because a lot has changed, right? There has been a lot more that come out that has me considering things. In the last video that I posted, I was, it was a fun video, right? It was a speculative video, and I might have been a little overly bullish, and I kind of I don't want people to see that and think, that's how I truly feel about what the price could do. Even though that is the mega bull case, I want to come on here and kind of give people some, realistic expectations of what I really think KEEL Infrastructure is capable of doing over the next 3 years. And even this updated price prediction is still very, very bullish in my opinion. Some of you guys might not think so, but, it still is, right? Whether you think so or not, where the prices I'm going to list off are still very, very incredible returns over a 3-year period, right? If they come to fruition. But, first off, before I even start talking about price, we always got to keep in the back of our mind is the outstanding shares, right? Because over the past couple of years, or even year, the outstanding shares for KEEL Infrastructure has rose, quite dramatically because, of their, raising capital and stuff like that. But currently, I think they have about 620 million outstanding shares. So, just always keep that in the back of your mind. With these price targets, if they do dilute more, which they could very well do, it's going to change these projections just a little bit. All these price predictions are going off of current outstanding shares. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Anyway, before we jump into it, y'all be sure to jump over to the Discord. Come check out the Discord. We have a great community over there. All the guys over there are always posting great updates. As soon as stuff hits the market, as soon as news hits the market, they're out there posting it. So it's a great place to stay up to date. And if you're a KEEL Infrastructure investor or interested in KEEL Infrastructure, it's a place I highly recommend joining just to stay up to date. But anyway, let's jump into the first year price prediction, which is the end of 2026. So the current year that we're in now. And I was a little overly, I think my last prediction was like $15 to $20 by the end of this year. It might have been, no, it was about like 10 or so. Where my current price prediction is for the end of this year is I would be very, very happy to see us get back to around $8 to $10 by the end of 2026. And I think that is a very, very generous price prediction. And the only reason I'm not raising it or lowering it is because of the news that has came out about Pennsylvania. It is going to slow some things down. It's not a game-ending situation, but it will, pump the brakes a little bit on the Pennsylvania development. But we're going to take that all into account for, the 2027 price prediction. So to get back to $8 to $10, KEEL Infrastructure needs to come out this year, and I really think they are. If y'all watched my video yesterday, I have a very good gut feeling that there is something about to come out about Moses Lake in the coming weeks and months. And to get back to that $8 to $10 price range, we really need this deal to be a lucrative deal for KEEL Infrastructure, right? We don't need this deal to be a rushed deal to where it's, it's just a bad deal, right? But I truly don't think KEEL Infrastructure is going to have a bad deal. With the time, they're being patient. The price for leases have definitely rose over the past 18 months. So that is also playing into KEEL's favor. So like I said, I really think that we're going to see a very good deal come out of Moses Lake. And if we do, I think just one lease deal will get us to about at least $6 or $7. And, if there happens to come out with another update, that could push us to the $8 to maybe over $10 range by the end of 2026. We also have 2 more quarters, right? We have Q3 and Q4 earnings presentations to come out this year. So those are going to also play a big part in price action. So we'll just have to wait and see. But really, we're just looking for 1 to 2 lease deals by the end of this year to get us to the levels of $8 to $10, maybe potentially over $10. But that's going to be very, very bull case, right? So my neutral take is $8 to $10 for the end of 2026. And it's very, very feasible. Very, very feasible. Next is going to be 2027 and the end of 2027. So this is where things get a little bit more speculative because of KEEL's timeline. So by the end of 2027, KEEL has said, and this is what they're supposed to have, this is where they want to be, is data centers up with power pushing through them, and customers run in those data centers utilizing those data centers. So by the end of 2027, they want to have data centers up and running. And if that's the case, alongside great deals, and we get, multiple deals signed in 2027 for like Panther Creek and Sharon, and this is going to be neutral, right? This is not going to be an overly moon boy bull case. $15 to $20 by mid to the end of 2027 is going to be my price target. And, some people are going to be like, oh man, that's nothing. That's $20, $15. Guys, listen, this investment is a multi-year investment. Multi-year. This isn't crypto where things are going to pump 300% in a week, right? And I really want to keep reminding people of that, because people get frustrated when, especially people that don't have patience, right? They're going to get frustrated because it's not moving up as fast as they want it to. Now, could it? Could this thing blow past $20, blow past $30? It 100% could, but we got to be realistic, and we got to keep our feelings in check and our expectations in check. And I think $15 to $20 is a great price target for 2027. And that is also consensus out in the market. So with the 2026, you have price targets from Citizens and stuff like that of $10, right? So there's still institutions that are bullish on KEEL Infrastructure for the end of 2026. When you get past the 2026, you don't have as many, price targets from people. But if they continue to execute and they stay on the path that they're on, we could easily see KEEL Infrastructure in the $15 to $20 price target in 2027. And guys, listen, that is an incredible return. From where we are today, getting to $20 is an incredible amount of return. And we should be grateful for that, right? We shouldn't be nitpicking because the stock went up almost 10x, right? You gotta be realistic. Yes, there's the potential for it to outperform, which I think it really could do. But there is also the potential for it to, not outperform and potentially even underperform. So we have to be ready for that if it does happen. Because if it underperforms, it's gonna get a lot of people frustrated, and it's gonna, make a lot of people sell out of it and just lose faith in the KEEL thesis. And unfortunately, that's just how the investment game works when you're in small caps, right? There's a lot of investors that get very, very frustrated, and they just tend to sell out of things when things don't go as planned. And that's just how it is. I don't like it. I wish it wasn't that way, but it's just how it is. All right, moving on to the end, or really 2028 and beyond. This is where things are completely 1000% speculative, right? But for expectation's sake, this is where I think it could be in 2028. So my official prediction is going to be $30 to $40 in 2028. And guys, that is massive, right? That is a massive move. Yes, this thing could go above and beyond that, right? But I'm just trying to keep it realistic and keep it grounded and not, overly hype something that just gives people a false sense of hope, gives people a false sense of confidence. I don't want to do that, right? And listen, for an investment over a 3-year period to get a 10 to 15x on your money is absolutely fucking incredible, right? And if you're upset about that, I don't understand. I don't understand. That is incredible return. And from where we are today to get to over $30 or $40 is just an incredible return. And I think 2028, there should be, data centers up and running and roaring. There should be multiple leases, multiple customers, more expansion that comes through the pipeline. It could be huge. KEEL Infrastructure has the potential to be a massive, massive company if they continue on the trajectory they're on. And guys, eventually in the future, we could see KEEL upwards of $50, $60, $70, even $80 if they continue to execute on their plans and on their expansion and continue to provide, great customers and great quality for their customers, and continues to work with communities, continues to be like a leader in the way new data centers are built, and a leader in the way new data centers, work with the community. KEEL Infrastructure could be a pioneer in the way new data centers come about. And I really think that they're in the position to do that, right? I really do think they're in the position to be a pioneer in the new age, let's call it, of data centers. And I'm excited about it, guys. I'm very, very excited about it. I know a lot of other people are excited about it. The interesting thing is, I've noticed over the past couple of weeks, the interest for KEEL Infrastructure, like the community interest, has fallen off quite substantially. I see it in the view count on my videos. I see it in the engagement. The interest for KEEL Infrastructure has fallen off. A lot of the weak hands have sold out. And a lot of people has lost interest in KEEL Infrastructure after their Q2 earnings presentation because they didn't hear what they wanted to hear. And I think a lot of people are going to be regretting their decision to sell out and ignore KEEL Infrastructure. I think with the interest dropping, with the interest that, dropping every week, it seems, now is our chance to scoop up cheap shares. If you have a thesis and you have conviction, now is the core community's chance to scoop up cheap shares, stack those shares, and in the long run, we're going to be on top, right? We're going to prove all the haters wrong. We just have to have patience, and we have to stay vigilant. Keep your interest high. Don't get frustrated with the price. Don't get frustrated with bad news that comes out or negative news. Make sure you stay true to your investment style, your investment thesis. And guys, this could be a massive, massive trade if you just follow your plan. Stick to your plan. Stay true to your plan. And I really have a feeling you're going to be happy you did. So, recapping everything. Price target for the end of 2026, $8 to $10. Price target for 2027 is 15 to 20, maybe even 25. And for 2028, $30 to $35 for KEEL Infrastructure. And if we get there, guys, it's going to be an incredible time. We're going to throw a huge party on the channel. We might even do some meetups if the channel keeps growing. I'm just very excited to be a part of this community. I'm very grateful to have met all the people I have met in this community. And, full steam ahead, bright skies ahead. We just have to stay clear of the negativity. We have to stay clear of the FUD and just stay true to your investment style. Stay true to your conviction, and everything is going to work out, right? Now, listen, could we be wrong? I always like to say this in these videos. Could we be wrong about KEEL Infrastructure? 100% yes, we could. And we could lose tons of money. But it's just how it goes. It's just how things go. That's how investing works. You win some, you lose some. But I think KEEL Infrastructure is going to be a winner over the long term. We just have to give them time to cook. We have to give them time to work. And I'm willing to do that. I hope you guys are willing to do that. And I'm ready for what's ahead. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to be, we're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to cover KEEL Infrastructure for the long term and keep building this community, and I'm excited to do that. So let me know in the comments y'all's price predictions for 2026, 2027, and 2028. I'm really interested to find out what you guys think, and let me know down below. We'll see y'all in the next one.